Well, my friends, this is not going to be a happy day. Basically, KGB told me that I have no understanding of chess at all. So, maybe he's right, dude. Maybe he's right. We're going to check it out here. It's not so pleasant when you are told you no understand the chess. I tell you this for sure. All right. So I streamed my initial analysis of this game a ways back. Ooh, and I got a problem actually where this stupid computer. Oh, I got a new computer, and man, it's really a bummer. It's showing me the like a engine bar thing, and it really pisses me off. Mitch, I have no idea what that is a reference to. You might want to help me out. I didn't realize there was a time. I just came in here doing my thing, and now I have to solve a chess-based problem. Remove eval window from chess-base. It's a new computer, so I have to do everything new. It's really pissing me off. Not the little bar thing on the side of the thing, but like a, oh man, it's so annoying. Can I just get rid of it? Okay, now it's not showing me that. Good. Okay, now just get rid of the bar. So dumb. Oh, I hate it, dude. I hate it. Just, oh. All right, I'm going to show you guys what, maybe Mitch will know exactly what I'm talking about here. Watch, I'm going to expand this window. See that thing on the lower bottom? Dude, how do I kill that? How do I kill it? I got it to turn off the eval itself, but like the window itself needs to die, dude. It needs to go. So if you have a solution to that, it would be a nice. Okay, if David comes, I'm out of here. I had no idea. I just finished getting tortured by the KGB, and so that's what I'm on about here. All right, so here we go. So, all right, so let's see. Damn it. All right, I'm writing stuff and you guys can't see it. But I'm gonna finish writing it and then I'm gonna grab it. So this is the recommendation from Rois, and we're gonna say KGB didn't understand this move, and he talked at me long enough that I didn't either. After e5, knight e2, isn't the knight going to have to move from e2 anyway? Like that. No one knows. So I was blindly following this recommendation. KGB doesn't get it. Instant analysis. Oh my God. Well, how do I get rid of instant analysis, dude? Analysis tab. Okay, I got analysis tab. And then uncheck instant analysis. Okay, let's go. Boom. Wow. Damn, DM Hokey. Damn, DM Hokey, you're amazing, man. Yes, this is round 3. Okay, so let's do this. Let's make it a little smaller, and then we're going to grab another window here. Whew. Oh man, he killed me today, man. He just murdered me. He was like, dude, you don't understand anything about the game of chess. It was rough, man. All right, I'm hoping that that's kind of legible-ish. Okay, so let's look at the database and see. I'm sure this position happened many times. Let's see what happens. Well, I got two strong players at least who played bishop takes c3, and now we're not able to see the whole thing because it's so hard, dude. It's so hard to see my face and all this other stuff. Anyway, there it is. So we got a couple moves. E5, which would be KGB's first instinct, by far the more prominent. But bishop takes c3 has been played by strong players. So like, if I was to put in words, like the intention of playing it first would be that so there's no knight takes c3 later. But what's the deal? I don't understand. Why didn't you just play e5 anyway? Daddy doesn't actually get it. I was just playing like by rote. I was playing like Mitch Fabian style, just memorizing. Okay. That's right. I don't understand what the exact issue is. Okay. The thing about I'm saying by rote is like, why are we taking on c3? So let's go back, and I'm going to write in the notes. Right, we're going to say, quote, why are you taking on c3? KGB felt this was the primary crime which led to all of what he saw as my subsequent problems. Now, we disagreed violently. We disagreed a lot on the coming business here, okay? So there's that to take into account as well. Oh, someone subscribed. Thank you so much, Urxor. It gives me some kind of positive feedback on this terrible, terrible day. So, all right, let's do this. Let's go through the games with e5 and just kind of look at what the top players, how it just went, right? So knight fe2, knight d7 makes sense to me. Knight g3 makes a hell of a lot of sense to me. Knight b6 makes a lot of sense to me. Bishop e2. Okay, so imagine we're going to get the same position in the game, except I have bishop c3 in. And now Wojtasek played knight, and a bunch of other dudes played knight g8. That's a real holy moly right there. Wow, all right. Let's then cheat and ask the computer how it feels about this position. And I'm going to go ahead and say, I think the bishop c3 move is because the computer liked it. So I'm sure, like Ruiz mentioned, that you don't have to take, but he's like, this is my recommendation. Why? Something about the computer. So one reason I want to look at the computer is because I'm convinced that the reason that he likes bishop c3 has something to do with the stupid computer. All right, cry. I know this is a wreck. DMOP doesn't like it. DMOP doesn't like it. Okay. All right, so default Kibitzer. Let's just see what Stockfish 14 says about this position. We're going to try to find out. Knight g8 on the table. Wow, knight g8. Amazing. All right, so I'm going to go back and we'll look at maybe like the main line, but I just want to say this has been played a couple times. SF says equal. I'm going to give knight g8 an exclam. I mean, it's just such a nice move. All right. So, yeah, let's just see how the games went. Waiting for moves. Oh, this stupid eval bar is back. You guys. Ah, it's because well, okay. It better go away when I hit the default kibitzer. It's so amazingly annoying. All right, so knight g8. All right, castles. Knight e7. f4, right? ef. And now bishop f4, knight h5. What are you going to do after knight h5? Just castles. Thank you very much. Okay. 74. Thank you for subscribing. Amazing. Okay. And what we're going to say about this position is SF says clear advantage to black. Okay, now let's go back. We're going to ask Stockfish. Now, this book that Ruiz wrote, I know it was computer driven. And right, the computer likes both bishop c3 and, well, now it's changing its mind. It just says e5. So let's look. Bishop c3, pawn takes. And queen a5 is a big, well, let's see. e5, knight e2, queen a5 is definitely not good because of just knight g3. So amazingly, Stockfish is just saying it right there. It's like, I like white better. Okay, so what we have to then say is bishop c3 is in fact a mistake. It is in fact a mistake, and it's true. Sometimes I think KGB is using the computer, man. He was like, I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, bishop e2, which my opponent played. Stockfish likes it, and I'm going to turn off the engine for a second. Good, the little bar went away. Okay. A hilarious feature of this position is that because I was prepped and believed in my position, because I was prepped, I was unprepared to believe that maybe I was worse. KGB didn't like my position. SF says minus 0.4, something like that. Whereas in the game and even in the post-analysis, I really tried to justify black being in at least control. Something like that. Sergey Karyakin, thank you, buddy. Dang. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Now, here's the funny thing. There's a key difference between the way KGB and Stockfish look at the position. Stockfish, I know, is obsessed with the bishop. KGB could care less. He doesn't care about the bishop. He does see the problem of space, though. All right, so here's an interesting thing. After the game, okay, so after the game, I was like, KGB, how do you feel about this move? Isn't this great? So we're going to say KGB despised this plan, especially any idea with G5. Mostly because he didn't see where my king would land. And really, maybe this is prime example, is the prime example of me trying to justify the prep. So we had the following variation. Castles, G5. See, look at that. I put a small advantage black there. He was like, no, dude. He was like, no. Rook F2. Actually, he played it a little. Oh no, Rook F2 is fine. It's hard to know. Okay, shit. And basically, he ripped me a new one here, dude. He really killed me. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Chess Latte. Bishop D7, Knight F1, here, here. Me and KGB sparred in positions like this, and he always crushed me. Ridiculing my terrible position. It was rough, dude. It was really terrible. Well, George Bush, it's a little bit like that. It's a little bit like that. This is not chess. This is not chess. So, what KGB wanted from me was in this position to play castles. KGB's suggestion. Castles, knight e8, f4, ef, bishop f4, f6. My first reaction to this was that white had to be better. Bishop. But he consistently outplayed me. So I tried everything here, man. But basically his plan was like a4, g6, a5, knight d7, bishop c4, knight g7, like this. Not knight g7, excuse me. Queen e7. Yeah, KGB didn't mind this at all. He didn't care, dude. Oh, I'm getting blinded by the light. Hold on. Blinded by the light. All right. I still have a lot of faith in the white position, but it's true. The knight goes to g7, and there's not a lot. I'm not doing a whole lot. Knight's going to go to e5. So I'll tell you what. Let's just. Is it helpful to see what Stockfish says here? I don't know. First, let's go here. We already know that Stockfish is going to like this for white, but let's just see what it says here. Yeah, it's saying like clear advantage, dude. So maybe this is an example of him not using the computer. It was that knight g8 move. I didn't even consider knight g8 here. Let's just be clear. All right, castles. Castles. Knight e8. f4, ef, bishop f4, f6. Now, here's an actually interesting difference. Well, actually, it's first of all, so first of all, SF says clear advantage for white, and at least that means that KGB isn't using the computer. I couldn't beat the guy from here. Obviously, the comp believes in the B. KGB could care less. So, all right, what does it want? My move, A4, not so bad. H4, I would never play in a million years. That's this other move it's got going on there. So, okay. Let's just try A4, KGB's move G6. It's mentioning G5. There was a later variation where KGB did play G5 on me. A5, knight D7, bishop C4. Well, at least we got this far. Queen E7. Rook B1. We had this position. Knight G7. And I did not play H4, I'll tell you that much. I played Queen A4, thank you very much. Knight E5. Bishop E2. I swear to God, you guys, he played H5 in this position. I shit you not. Wow. This is Stockfish's main line and what me and KGB played out. Amazing. SF says black is lost. I'm going all caps on that one. After H4. Now what I'm going to do for you guys is just, I realize it must be annoying. Well, it's kind of a drag for me too. I gotta expand this window. Cut off my face? I don't know. I don't know how I do it. I gotta cut off my face or something so you can see what it's saying. Anyway, something like that. Yeah. H4, well, it's gone back. It's just 1.8, but still. Yeah. Well, and let me just say, out of this h5 move, man, I was like, geez, Malise, man, take it easy. He also was thinking about playing g5 too here. No, I can't do g5 until, no, he's gonna play h5 first. And I gotta say, man, from a human standpoint, unless there's like something concrete, it's really hard for me to believe in this. Like, let's say I don't play h4, because I have my problems with h4. And let's say I play a6. Yeah, just harry the h-pawn. Boom, boom, boom. Doesn't care, dude. He just doesn't care. Huh. It's amusing in that I was pretty sure that SF would like this position for white, but it really isn't so easy to understand why it's so bad for black. Maybe you could play knight f2, yeah. Honestly, I guess the question is more like in a position basically here. Okay, I'm gonna say, okay. Position here. Like, I knew the computer would like white because it loves the bishop. But KGB was like, your pawn on e4 is weak, the knight on g3 is going to be terrible after g6. Like, what's my problem? You know, what's wrong with my position? The knight's going to go knight d7 to e5, obviously. And also he made a whole spiel about how he knows what to do as black here. I bet he does. Obviously he does know what to do. Well, thank you, Falk. Mostly people make fun of my layouts here, buddy. So you are definitely in the minority, my friend. They do not like my layouts, I'll tell you. I get a lot of grief about the layout. A lot of grief. Okay. So, let's turn this thing off. And so I did this thing. And we're going to say, during the game and the analysis, I felt black was, I don't know, roughly equal. KGB despised black's position. You, Jesse, you will not hold this. Let's put this. You will not hold this. Uh-oh, what happened? Chess Dojo Live. Do you need me to get off, buddy? I didn't know you were coming on. If you just tell me, buddy, I'll jump off if you're when you want to get on. All right. You will not hold this. And then also queen misplaced. Man, it's rough. Okay, and then KGB, of course, wanted knight f1. We sparred here, and he beat me every time. Okay, cool, David. I won't be too much longer, because KGB, man, he was yelling at me so long from the earlier part of the game, just massively crushing me, yelling at me, that we didn't even get too much to the later section. So, let's ask the question. And I just want to admit, here I thought, I don't know, balanced or something like that in this position. That's just my honest appraisal. Now I feel like an idiot now, because apparently that's just so not true. But let's turn on the beast and just see if it says knight f1 for what measure of advantage. It's saying bishop c4 plus, for a second it said I was toast. It likes my rook fc8 move, at least. All right, let's look at knight f1. What is the problem with knight f1? Knight h5. Wow, okay, here's an interesting thing, you guys. So we sparred here, and he said, okay, so Stockfish likes this, but KGB said, you are playing on wrong side of board. So basically, he just wants me to, cross my legs real tight here and do something like rook fc8 here, and then play knight e8. With knight e8 next is the passive setup KGB thought I had to do. Knight h5, on the other hand, is the move of a dude who doesn't know he is worse. And that partly because the prep told me I was fine, and that created its own illusion. We've seen it before. How much time do we spar? Dude, I mean, honestly, a lot of times we go over on the lesson times because he's just enjoying beating me down so much. I had to stop the sparring a couple times because I was like, dude, we got to go on to these other positions and check it out, Knight h5, knight e3. Let's just look at this for a second. So indeed, I had these positions, rook b1, knight b6, and then like, G3 or A4. He wanted G3, and then this computer wants Queen A6. Honestly, that's next level of strange though when you play that. Bishop A4 is also next level strange. Okay. Me and KGB had positions like this. Okay, so bishop c4, this is actually the computer's main move, all right? Rook fc8, that was my first big think of the game. Why? Because I didn't think I was in trouble, right? Rook fc8. And here we got a real holy moly, my friends. Ho-ho! Ho-ho! Let me just say this, my friends. Wow. There's a stunning development here, you guys. The computer's first suggestion is h3. My opponent played h3. During the game and in the post, I thought that was a clear mistake, i.e., what is he doing? Now, he tanked on that move, too. And if anything, if he made any big mistake in this game, it was tanking too long. But he did play h3. So this 2100 played this dark move that I don't even understand. And the stockfish loves it, dude. h3. Doctor, my eyes. What? h3. h3. I don't know, man. All right, so let's try to put this in human terms. It's not clear that h3 is really prepping like f4, because I can take on f4, and on bishop f4, queen c3 is a mess. It's just a huge mess. I'm not sure who's better and why after all that. It is putting the pawn on, let's call it the right color. You know? Phew. Well, wait a second though, Latte. Why do you need h3 in order to play knight f1? It's saying plus minus, dude. It's saying plus minus now. It just wants to play h3, king h2. Whoa! h3, king h2. Just take it easy, man. Put the king in the pocket, bro. Unbelievable. Okay, so here we go. We gotta write this out here. This is one of the. I got a problem with this. I think I'm losing my mind. So, SF says this is actually double exclam intending king h2, and that I don't use all caps often, but now I'm going to use it. I am toast. Toast. This very difficult for a young man like myself to understand. I tell you this now. Plus minus. I didn't get it, dude. I didn't get it. Rosenberg, I don't know, man. It's like when you look at this position, there's so many things white could do. And he's just like h3, king h2, and you're done. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Why double exclam? Because a double exclam move is a move that's so deep that it takes a while to understand it. An exclam move is just some move where you're like, okay, I understand the point now. Double exclam is like, you got to really masticate on that thing to understand why it's a good move. Like to me, why did I play rook fc8? I played rook fc8 so I could play knight e8 and kind of organize my junk over there, right? Yeah. And it seems like, well, that's a tempo, I'll take it. By the way, we had I streamed this analysis before, and like, you know, there's loads of different moves here. h6, rook b6, people in the dojo wanted to play rook b6, and at that point, I didn't think that I was worse. So I was like, you know, blah, blah, blah. And it's kind of like we were trying to find a position away for white to play the game, not for like white to crush me. And h3, I think just universally, I was just like, what? Can't play chess like that, dude. Whoo, man. I don't get that it's a good move, Icy. I mean, all right, let's go on here for a second. So knight e8 is what I did, and now it wants king h2. All right. All right, so we're going to say is, I got my caps lock on now, is what SF wants. And you got to have balls just to play it like that, man. You know, you're just like, I'm just going to chill. I'm just going to improve my position. Okay. I think I have a thought here. And I think the main point is we want to be prepared for black playing c4 himself, and we want the king on our color, the dark squares. Oh. All right, so here we go, my friends. Again, queen c1, rook takes. I thought I was being a genius. Now, it does not like queen takes. Well, it still says white's better. Queen takes. And then, from my human perspective, my next move was like my first serious mistake. Right? Playing knight c7. So, whereas I came up in the post, I thought I was better here, dude. I know. Actually, the computer's not so unhappy with me here. It's saying f5. I would not consider f5 here, though. I was thinking more like queen a4. In fact, in this position, I was looking at stuff like this. Wow. So, for example, okay, SF says clear advantage to white, whereas I was concerned that I'd be losing my advantage to the repetition with bishop d1, e2. It is a hard life. It is a hard life. No, I don't think he ever wants to play knight f5 as long as I can take that thing. I think he wants to wait. But that's my take, and obviously my take is wrong. KGB says it's wrong. Computer says it's wrong. Okay. And see, look at that. I even wrote black is more comfortable. I said rook b1, knight b6. Computer wants bishop f1, but bishop e2, c4, and I said black is more comfortable, question mark. So we'll just write on the end here. SF says clear advantage white. Brutal. If I gotta play f5, man, that's just desperation. Man. Right, and here the computer wants f5. Is what SF wants This is the kind of move I didn't even consider, and I know it would make KGB scream. Son of a... All right, so I played knight h5, or excuse me, knight c7, and it wants queen e1. But all right, I thought knight h5 was the next glam. I then played knight b6, bishop f1, and now it wants c4, or knight e8, just going back. Okay, God, this is hard. Why? I don't understand, dude. Why bishop e2 instead of bishop f1? I don't really know. I don't understand that. In any case, it has to do with the c4, but I wasn't even thinking about c4 here. Oh, man. I thought this was correct. Didn't doubt it in the post either. c4. Queen e1. Knight e8. Queen g3. King h8. f4. Well, it looks terrible. Yeah. No, I mean, yes. Is what SF wants, but it's also terrible. All right, here we go. f6, queen e1, and now it says bishop e8 and knight e8 are roughly the same amount of terrible, but we're going to say KGB despised this move. He wanted knight e8 and said maybe I might play on for a couple moves. Jerk. Of course, knight e8 is the kind of move you do if you really didn't like your position. I thought I was better, a little better. That's what I thought. Ay, 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 ay. All right, so knight g3, I did this. h4, it's saying plus minus. I now did h6, queen c1, queen a4, and now interestingly, here we get this bishop h6 move. The computer is saying it's unnecessary, basically. I really felt like bishop h6 was the only way to really hurt me. All right, let's take a look. Now it's saying equal. Amazing. Whoo, baby. All right, so we gotta say, dude's in time pressure. This game really decided on his time pressure more than anything that had to do with my chess understanding. SF sees no need for such drama. Says what it says? I think it's A4, B1, C4, and I'm just toast. So let's consider its top line here. Rook B1. I would have considered knight D5. It doesn't care about that kind of thing. Man, I mean, the computer makes it look so simple. All right, so here we go. Pretty much Elysian. I thought I was better. Queen F8. All right, so now we're getting an interesting moment. So I thought in my analysis that Queen H4, Queen F4, I would be better. And that Queen G5 was in fact correct. I miss, this game, man. I would say this is the game I've fought with KGB a bunch in terms of the evaluation of the position. This is the biggest one. I was like, dude, you're wrong. And it all stems in this weird psychological way from like the book giving me this path that it kind of put its stamp of approval on, and then me believing in it. Yeah. Dude, my opponent played H3. He played H3, man. After H3, I really did believe I was better. How could I not believe after H3? Okay, so that's right. That's my mask. Queen G5. Let me just ask you about Queen H4. So Queen H4, Queen F4 doesn't even like it. Snip, snop, knight E2, Rook F8. I thought this was better for me. What is Stockfish saying? A4, A5, Rook B1, Knight A4, Rook A1, Knight B2, Rook takes. It just hates the position, dude. SF says white is better. Wrong about everything. All right. I think he shouldn't have traded. What will the computer say? Yeah, now he's saying I'm clearly better. Well, no, it's only a little bit better. King G7, and now King, it's saying Knight H1. I actually considered Knight H1 too after the game. All right, we're gonna try it out. So King F2, yeah. So let's see what the computer wants. Knight H1's weird. I think A4 makes a little bit more sense to me. All right, let's do Knight H1. Knight H1. Whew, man. I was going to play Rook B8, I'm pretty sure. Is that right? Or King H6? Rook B8. G4. Wow, and now either King H6 or Knight A4. All right, so Knight A4. C4. Wow, okay, we have our own. Okay, so here is a great disagreement. SF likes white a bit. It's hard for me to swallow. Amazing. It just doesn't care, dude. It does not care. It doesn't care. Like, okay, let's say I play king h6. Fine. King h2. Check. Mama said this was a good thing for me. Wow. Now SF says clear advantage white. Well, Chess Latte, I think you can say the same thing about my light square bishop, unfortunately. And his knight will eventually talk to the dark squares. Is it surprising? It's hell of surprising because it looks, look at my pieces, it looks like we're doing things, you know? It looks like we're doing stuff, but unfortunately we're getting rolled. Well, knight f2, my friend, knight f2. It is so weird, dude. It is so weird. Whew. Yeah, it's just like clear advantage. It doesn't care. I mean, I see a rook on the 7th. I see some active pieces. I see a knight on h1. I see a bad bishop. It doesn't see any of that stuff, dude. All right, you guys, I'll show you the end here. King g7, king f2, knight a4, rook b1, knight d5. I thought I was winning here. It's still not, it's still only saying clear advantage for me or a little bit better. Now it's saying plus minus. Yeah, now it's completely winning. -3. The stockfish evaluation has changed through the years. It used to be a little bit more. It's gone haywire, dude. It's just like explosive. Like now, this position's definitely winning for black, but it's not -4. It's not -4, man. Unbelievable. Okay. All right, Mr. Bruce, are you ready? Are you ready to come on in? I'm sorry I hijacked your business, dude. I didn't realize. Oh, this game was h3, dude. All right, I'm going to go through it one more time. I'm waiting for Bruce to say something. Oh. Amazing. And if people are watching the stream, the dedicated watchers will know that I had this position on my chessable training many times. And I was just memorizing it. So when we got to the game, I was like, well, this has got to be good. This has got to be good. Oh, man. All right, he's ready. You guys, I'm not going to raid anybody. Mr. Bruce is coming on. Fascinating. I'll be around. I'll be around. Let's put it that way. Maybe I'll lurk for a second, too, with Mr. Bruce. Bye, everybody.